Pulse CMS is multilingual out of the box. So if you can speak other languages, you can display them in your website too. So for example, we have a page here. I've just called it bilingual, but you could call it multilingual, you could call it whatever you want. It could be your About Me page, your contact page. This could be for your whole website. Typed in a title, which I like to keep in English, just because I think that's a universal term there. I have a picture, have some text, and then have a little menu at the bottom. I'll get to those things in a moment. The first thing you want to do is we use the localizer tag here. And it's just basically type localizer, colon, and then you type the block name in here. So let's go and look at that block. So my default block is going to be the English block, because that's the default language of my website. I've called it personal bio -en for English. And I've typed in my English here. And then go back to the blocks again. I've created a second one for German, and a third one for Chinese, -da, -cn. I could have -ja for Japanese, -fr for French, etc. As many as you want to put in. And just type the languages in here, pictures, videos, anything you like. Then we go back to the page, bilingual page. As you can see, because my browser is set into English, it's defaulted in English. If I was set in German, it would default in German. And it would just show German, or it would just show English, or it would just show Chinese. However, because sometimes people do have the browser set in either their native language or another language, it's nice to offer them the option to change languages should they want to. So that you can create a little menu, which is what we've done down here on the bottom. Now, it doesn't have to be on the bottom of the page, it can be at the bottom of your site. If you just need to then put this menu, which we'll look at in a second, you can easily create it by adding a question mark, locale equals, and then the language for the link, and that would change the block automatically. And you can just create this here. We can copy and paste that and put that to the bottom of the template file to appear here. You could add it in your menu. You could add it next to your logo, wherever you think is best to put it. As a broken on at the top here. And basically, if I just click on this now, it will just run me through the different languages quite quickly. So this is kind of a language selector. If you're fancy and can add a bit of JavaScript, you can maybe have this as a drop down. It's entirely up to you. You can have flags only, as you wish. And this is the key here. It's the personal bio, is the name of the tag, and then the different languages will automatically be substituted. And you can do this for your blog posts and your blogs. And then the pages just automatically pick it up. And this is a great way to have a bilingual website or a multilingual website from the beginning without any other plugins needed or any other add-ons with Pulse CMS. And this is, of course, the easiest way to make a multilingual website in Pulse for the front end, for your website visitors who have different language requirements. However, in the back end, the admin UI, if yourself or your client speaks another language and you prefer them to access these menus and all these kind of admin parts in a different language, that is also built in too. You just go to the account and settings. The default is English at the moment, but we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 different languages at the moment. So let's just say I were to put it into Japanese and I'd shoot down, I'd save that, and now everything is appearing in a different language. Of course, if you feel like some of these translations are not how you'd like, or even if you think, you know what, the English, I'd like to change that for my customer because let's say you offer, I don't know, let's have a look, pages, and then you offer, say, the about, and you think, page description, I don't think I'd like that. I'd like to use the word page description, brackets, and explain something else. Then you can change the language files yourself just by going to the admin and folder on your Pulse install, the include, the language, and here are the files, and you just need to open them with a text editor, find the language string and change it. But we do update these as best we can, and we can add more languages in the future should you require them. Just please get in touch. And that's how easy it is to make a Pulse CMS multilingual on the front and the back. Thanks very much for listening.